Hey guys, welcome back. It's Andrea from Create a Canvas. Today is going to be super fun, and this activity is fun for all ages. Moms, you should definitely do this. It's great art therapy for everyone, and these turn out pretty cute at the end. So if you line them up on a wall next to each other with your kids, it's a really fun art piece to have as a family piece of art in your house. So we're talking about color. We're going to use as many colors as we can today. This is an acrylic paint project. And you're going to need a canvas. Acrylic paint can be done on paper, but with what we're going to use it for today, we want to use a canvas because a canvas helps the paint pull a little bit better. And we're going to be using our fingers today. We're going to be doing some finger painting. So I get my little craft bottles from Michaels. There's a set of 24 of them. It's by the brand Craft Smart, and it has tons of colors. You'll never get tired of the colors, and you'll never be without a color. So it's a great set to get. If you don't have every color of the rainbow of acrylic paint, that's fine. You can use any colors you want today for this project, but the more colors you use, the cooler it's going to turn out. And if you want your families to match up as a portrait, you all want to use the same colors. So basically what you're going to need is your hands. You're going to need a canvas. I'm going to be using a square canvas. These are great. I get them at Michael's. You can also find these at Ross if you're really lucky. So square small canvases, when you find them, get a bunch. They're cheap usually, and they can be done so many. You can give them as gifts. You can hang them in numbers of 2 or 4 or 6, and they all turn out cute. So small square canvas, and then I have all my paints laid out. I'm going to be doing like a rainbow theme today because we are talking about color, and I love how color looks in a rainbow. But you just get your acrylic paint ready and you design it however you want. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to put little teeny dots of paint, like a little pile, along one side of our canvas, as many colors as we can fit. You want to leave a little teeny gap in between so they don't all blend together. And then we're going to go down one side of our canvas at the same time. So get your paints ready, and we're going to start pouring a little teeny puddle in on the very, very top of each color and along the side. If you get halfway and you ran out of colors, just start your colors over. Make a pattern. That's another art term, pattern. Okay, so I'm going to start with pink. And I'm going to put pink on one side. On my very top, I'm going to get a nice, good little pile. And then I'm going to come down. I'm going to start pink on the other side so they don't touch. So I'm going to start down at the bottom. Okay, then I'm going to go to red. And if you want to do a rainbow, follow along with me. And I'm going to go in rainbow order. So I went on to red, so pink to red. And we want to try to get our little piles of paint. It's hard for me to lift my canvas up to show you guys because my paint is in little puddles right now. But you want your puddles of paint to basically be as close to the same size as you can get them. I'm going to do another color of orange, a lighter color of orange, because I'm doing a full color spectrum. It's going to be every color of the rainbow, although I'm starting to be a little worried it might not fit, but that's all right. Going to yellow. To light green. To darker green. To a turquoise. I love turquoise, so I make sure to always get it into my art. I don't think I'm going to get to purple, but we'll see if I can fit it. To blue. I'm going to get purple on the end. Alright. I'll get one color of purple, I think. Okay, so I went across the very, very top and the side of my canvas with the colors. Now I can get my paint out of the way. And all I want to have in front of me is my canvas. And I want it in a position that it's going to be easy for me to work with. And you have to go a little bit slow with this part to make sure all your colors do what you want them to do. I also recommend, before we start this, getting yourself a wet paper towel or a wipey. I use little This is crazy. I use the Swifter things because it stays wet and it's thick and I can keep using it for my whole art session, which is usually a couple hours. So makes it easy for me. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to switch back and forth. So we're going to start on our farthest away dot. Come turn this towards you guys and hope that I don't spill. I'm going to take my farthest away dot and I'm going to make a straight line all the way down my canvas. I'm going to come back up, grab some more paint, pull all the way down the canvas. Try to make it as straight as possible, and you can keep going back and forth over it to make it get the puddle of paint away. I can't tip towards you guys. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the other side, farthest away, which is my purple, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to drag my finger down, and when I get to my pink, I'm going to overlap it. Okay, and then I'm going to wipe my finger, get that paint off of there, and I'm going to go back to the other side. Now to my red, I'm going to take my finger, I push it straight down. I need to come grab paint every so often till I get to the bottom of my canvas. And when I get down to my purple, I overlap. Wipe off. Go to the next color over here on the bottom, which is my blue. When you get to your colors, overlap. This is what we called organized finger painting. There's a method to the madness. Okay, wipe my finger off. And the reason I'm wiping my finger every time is either I don't want to go from a cool color to a warm color, because if I mix those two colors, like right now I have turquoise and orange, and if I mix warm and cool together I get brown. So I don't want to make brown on here. I want them to be bright, beautiful colors. And also, if I get extra paint on my finger, it doesn't make my lines as clean. So I want my finger to be like a nice clean paintbrush. Okay, so I'm going to go on to my next color. Pull down. And every so often you might need to add a little bit more paint if you can't get your finger drag all the way down. Sometimes your puddles of paint might have been a little bit different size. And I'm just going to continue doing this back and forth, switching over. Every time I switch colors, I overlap once I get to the end. And eventually it's going to look like a braid going down the center of your canvas. It's going to look like the colors are braided together. I think I need a little bit more. And as you keep moving on, you might find that you're going to need to add a little bit more paint, because either it's drying a little bit or your puddle wasn't big enough, and that's okay. Just add the paint before you drag. And pay attention, because this whole month we're talking about mixing colors and seeing what colors, when they blend, what colors they make. So pay attention to that as we're doing this activity, because when you start overlapping your colors, you're going to see how they make new colors. Sometimes it's a good color combo and sometimes not so good. And once you're in your groove, and as you get more paint on the canvas, it moves a little bit easier, and you're not so scared with your finger brush stroke. You're feeling a little bit more confident. Go a little bit quicker. And you have a rainbow braided masterpiece. So I hope you guys had fun. If you want to keep going, you can try it on paper. Don't waste another canvas. And even my finger cloth looks kind of cool, so that's kind of fun. So have fun making rainbows, and I'll see you guys soon. We're going to do secondary and tertiary colors next. So get your paper ready. We're going to be cutting paper. See you guys soon.